going to be looking at how sensory processing disorder impacts people's lives. So everything that I do in Sensory Spectacle is based on real descriptions, real people explaining how they experience their surroundings and the way that their brain processes their sensory information. Okay, so the first one of our most important senses for us as human beings is our auditory sense, so that's our sound processing. So I'm going to give you some quotes and descriptions by people who find processing auditory information difficult. By reading these, you can then have an insight into how it might feel to have a specific sensory processing difficulty. So Jamie had to use plastic cutlery at home because he found the clinking of cutlery too much. It was too difficult for him to cope with. Another auditory example is quite common. So our installation being Ben is based on hyperauditory processing difficulty. So that one of those quotes is based on being Ben, so where someone finds it difficult to filter out all those unnecessary sounds. So it seems like there's lots and lots of sounds bombarding them because their brain's finding it difficult to focus on that important sense. Now we've got a visual example. Now we rely a lot on our visual sense for interpreting our environment. So imagine seeing your surroundings fragmented or distorted. Just something as simple as trying to walk up the stairs is going to become a lot more difficult because you're going to find it really difficult to determine the depth and how far to step every time. Okay, and then our last example for today is food. So there's lots and lots of difficulties relating to food. Might not have a sensory processing difficulty or disorder, but if they do, then it can become even more difficult during meal times. Okay, so hopefully today's video has given you a little insight into how sensory processing disorder impacts people's lives, but from them themselves. So you've just read 4 quotes, 4 descriptions of how SPD feels to somebody else.